Michael, good
Nathan,
morning.
good morning.
Man, I can't help but notice your amazing shirt right now. That is a bear. I remember this shirt. I remember when you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear Country, USA, in right outside of Rapid City, South Dakota.
Dude, does it glow in the dark?
The teeth do. So
Only the important part glows in the dark. That's good.
So in the dark, all you see is just these giant teeth coming for you.
Oh man, that's awesome.
How it should.
I love it. So you and a couple of the interns got that, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Who was
Myself and Melissa Goins, and then Kate Schultz, who is now Kate Martin. We, the three of us, bought bear shirts.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could find that picture and post it. That would, or I'll find it.
Yeah. Yeah, send it. That would be awesome. That would be great.
It was a good time. So I'm wearing in honor of Melissa and Kate, who I miss and hope to see someday soon.
That's awesome.
The last time I saw them, your wedding.
Hey, man, my wedding. I had so many friends from everywhere come. Melissa, Kate, you from Gallatin or Madison. Gosh, Mama Anna from Mexico. It was a blast. Dude, I think you're wearing that shirt for another reason too. Hey, you know what I forgot to say? If you're watching this right now, you're watching Kickstart. Mission Discovery's daily devotional start at 11 o'clock a.m. every day right here on Facebook Live. We do this on mission trips, so we thought we'd do it now anyway because we're not on mission trips. So, and we're talking about a mission trip. Our trip to Rapid City, probably 2015.
Whenever you had the entire entourage following you around.
Yeah, I'm sure it was 15. Yeah, that was a blast. Yeah. But you're wearing it for another reason too, right? Today we have a special guest.
Yep. Our special guest is Phil Long, who is now a pastor at a church in Tacoma, Washington. But when we met him, he was a pastor in Rapid City and also worked at the youth center that we would do our children's Bible school at. So, Phil is a good friend. We went to Northern Ireland last year together, and I love him, and I always love his take on the Word. So he's going to be giving us the message today.
Let's just go there, man. That was great. Let's hit it. Take it away, Phil.
Hey, Nate and Michael, thank you so much for letting me do this. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see that you guys are home and safe. My name is Phil Long. I am here in Tacoma, Washington, safe in my house. I've been with or worked with Mission Discovery for almost 8 years. It began 8 years ago when I was planning a church in Rapid City, South Dakota, and working for a nonprofit organization, and partnered with Mission Discovery in a housing development up in North Rapid, and worked there for 6 years, and then moved out here to Tacoma, Washington. And I get to host groups again, which is awesome. And I actually got to take my first Mission Discovery trip last year when we went to Northern Ireland, which was amazing. I love what you guys do. Keep up the good work. And all of you that are partnered with Mission Discovery, doing the Mission Discovery projects, keep it up. We need you now more than ever. And I love that about Mission Discovery, is the ability to share the hope of Jesus with everybody. And we need hope now more than ever. Which makes me think of, I was reading through the book of Isaiah this past month, or all of April, and I came to Isaiah chapter 60, and so if you want to follow along, I'll be Isaiah chapter 60, starting with verse 17, and then I'm going to hop over to verse 1 eventually, but we're going to start in 17. And basically the last part of Isaiah is God's preparing His people to see what's going to come. When the Messiah comes, what that's going to be like, the restored relationship, and how beautiful it will be when we move into eternity, and this great moment of restoration for God and His people. So, starting with verse 17. I will exchange your bronze for gold, your iron for silver, your wood for bronze, and your stones for iron. I will make peace your leader and righteousness your ruler. Violence will disappear from your land. The desolation and destruction of war will end. Salvation will surround you like city walls, and praise will be on the lips of all who enter there. No longer will you need the sun to shine by day, nor the moon to give its light by night. For the Lord your God will be your everlasting light, and your God will be your glory. Now we know that this is the promise of what's going to be, and I was thinking about that, of how great it's going to be, and we know that when Christ comes and His kingdom comes to fruition, it's going to be this beautiful opportunity and experience that we get to live with God into eternity. But as I was reading this and reading some of the other prophecies in Isaiah, it hit me that this isn't just about what's going to come, but it's about now. Because we know that, and Jesus said Himself, the kingdom of God is here and now. It's in your midst. And what He meant was that He was bringing the kingdom. And the kingdom of God was that upside down kingdom that was where God ruled. And as believers, especially now because of the cross and the resurrection, as believers, we know confidently that we live and dwell in the kingdom of God. Now I know that it's not to completion yet, that it's growing. And one day when Christ returns, it's going to come in fruition. But we know now we get to experience that righteousness that Isaiah talks about. And righteousness is right relationship. And the righteousness, that right relationship, is right relationship with God and right relationship with each other. And that's what the cross meant for us. That's what the resurrection brings. And so now you and I get to experience right relationship. We get to experience justice. We get to experience peace from destruction, knowing that we will not be destroyed. That is the hope. That is the future. That is the life that we live now as believers, knowing that also it's just going to keep getting better as we dwell in God's kingdom and it grows. Now, we know that there's another kingdom, and it's not always so pleasant, but we get to live and dwell in God's kingdom. We experience that peace. We experience that righteousness, that right relationship, which gives us the peace that passes all understanding, as Paul talks about. Now, it would be easy to read this and get excited to know that we live in this right relationship with God, that we live in this right relationship with each other and the relationships within God's kingdom. It would be easy to get lazy and lax and say, oh yeah, it's the good life and one day it's just going to get better. But if we turn over now to verse 1, we see God give His people a command. Isaiah chapter 60, starting with verse 1, God says, "Arise, Jerusalem, let your light shine for all to see. For the glory of the Lord rises to shine on you. Darkness as black as the night covers the nations of the earth, but the glory of the Lord rises and appears over you." Did you hear that command? He didn't say just chill out and wait. No, He said, arise, stand up, and let your light shine, because the glory, the light of God is shining on you. And now we stand in the power, in the hope of the resurrection, and we shine to the world so that they may know the hope and the power and glory of our God. As I said before, now more than ever, the world needs us as believers to stand, to arise, and let our light shine. We let our light shine every time that we speak words of hope to others. We let our light shine when we serve in other countries, when we come alongside of people and give them help them to stand on their own 2 feet, doing justice, loving mercy. That's rising up and letting our light shine. The way that we love and treat others, that's letting our light shine. And so we cannot get lax, we cannot get lazy, but we must arise and let our light shine in everything we do. Now, more than ever, in this dark time for our country, for our globe, for our world that we live in, the world needs words of hope. The world needs the light of Christ to shine upon them in this dark time. So the question that you have to ask yourself is, how can you arise right now and let your light shine in the midst of this? And even when we're out of this, how can you arise this summer, step up to the plate, and let your light shine? Because that's what we're called to do, because that's what we have experienced. I'm so glad I got to do this. I'm so glad that I got to see you guys. I love you all, and continue to stand up in those moments and let your light shine for Christ. We'll see you later.
Dude, that was awesome. And oh gosh, I love Phil. And the light of the world, he's talking about arise and be the light of the world. And what I just saw you do is you arose to show me your shirt, and your teeth glow in the dark. So they're like light, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like.
Just totally planned. That was planned. Dude, oh gosh, I love Phil. Let me click over here to the image of the day. You take this image to your kitchen table, your small group, on Zoom, however you're meeting right now. This is our hope, that you would start a conversation with the people around you based on what you've heard today. Phil leading us into the Word was just awesome. You can find this image on Instagram, on our story, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. Go to YouTube, watch this video again. Go to the website. You'll find this stuff on there. We want to keep you involved and engaged with all of your friends and family that you're hunkering down with right now. So, Michael, we don't have a lot of time left, but I do want to click over to this video about the big payback that's coming up next week. Can you believe it?
1 week away.
1 week away. It's going to be huge. We're planning some huge Facebook Live extravaganzas.
We'll see if we can't get a reunion of Kate and Melissa on at some point.
I love that. Let's do that.
Yeah. Kate, if you're watching, you're up.
You're called out. Yeah, and maybe even Phil. You know, he's a couple hours behind us too. You know, so he's when we're running weary, he'll come in and juice everybody back up.
There you go. Yeah,
all right, let's learn more about the big payback. Michael, I'll see you tomorrow-ish. Tomorrow we're going to do a Flashback Friday episode, but we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. See you, everybody. Well, hello, everyone. I've got some exciting news for you. This year, Mission Discovery is going to be doing the Big Payback. And I know you might be wondering, what in the world is the Big Payback? Well, it's a big giving event right here in Middle Tennessee. Tons of nonprofits are a part of it. As donors give, they get incremental gifts. So there's like fund matching and different things like that. There are incentives. So mark your calendars for May 6th. Be paying attention to our social media accounts for how you can be involved in the Big Payback. Basically, it's a really easy way for you to help the goal and the mission of Mission Discovery. Here's a quick video just to show you a little bit about what the Big Payback is doing this year.
Recent disasters in Middle Tennessee have forced many nonprofits, schools, and religious institutions to slow down or put their work on hold at a time when we need them the most. The Big Payback is a 24-hour online giving event to support hundreds of local organizations. Let's come together online at 6 p.m. on May 6th through 6 p.m. on May 7th and help lift them back up. Because when the world is upside down, giving always matters.